You not a hustler, you keep getting in front of, you just can't flip it. You ain't really got a UP Diddy, you be remixing. Oh, where we just got a new Glock? That's a free biscuit. Petty Tupac know what's up, you know on the mill tick.
What up, though? You already know how I go. Make sure you smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment, you dig. Let me give y'all a story, right? I'm in the Wayne County Jail. So we get on the rock kind of late. It's like 30 minutes before we lock down for the day. So, you know, I get acquainted with guys. I know somebody up there. We kick it. So my bunky, this guy named Kurt, we go in the room, we lock down, whatever. He like, let me pray for you, brother. You seem like you got a good spirit. I'm like, bet. So he grabbed my hands. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we start praying. Well, he started praying. And he praying in hymns or hums or whatever you call it, right? He like, brother, please, God, love, Father, please let BL out of here. God, have me invested the power. Two or more of us gather at a time. It's just he going and going and going. Like 4 minutes go past. I'm like, all right, brother, I got to lay down. Like this circle kicking my. He like, oh no, hold on, give me a second. He get to praying again for like another 3 minutes. I'm like, all right, bro, come on, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go to bed, whatever. He's like, all right. He's like, you mind if I pray? I'm like, no, go ahead, do your thing. I didn't know he was talking about praying out loud. So he down there, God, Father God, Father God, Father God, Father God, Father God, let me free. Father God, forgive me for all my sins. God, you sent me here to reconcile for the murders I done. This go on for like 30 minutes. I'm like, hey, bro, damn, you go 30 minutes, bro. He like, all right, I'm about to wrap up. Go like another 5 minutes. So whatever, right? So I'm like, the next day I'm like, I'm about to get out. Tomorrow, which would be a Monday, I'm gonna get my tether put on. He like, oh yeah, see, I prayed for you. I knew you was gonna get out. Woo. I'm like, you need to make me any calls for you or something like that? Give me your information. So he give me his information and he give me the wrong prison number, the wrong inmate number. So that's a red flag right there always. When somebody don't want you to know what their prison number is and just tell you their name, that's weird, right? So later on that day, I tell this big dude, big fat boy, he like, I got some food in here or whatever. I'm like, I give you 60 for 30 of it. He's like, all right, bet, but it can't come to my account. He's like, I'm gonna use your bunkies. He go to my bunkie, like, let me use your account, bro, to send the money. His face go kind of stale, like, red flag. So he give me the number, and I match it up with the number that he gave me earlier. I'm like, oh, he changed the 3 to a 4. Oh, red flag. So I get on that phone, and he kind of watching me on the phone, right? I see him looking at me. I look back at him and stare at him. He goes, hey, go in the room. I call baby girls like, hey, I'm gonna need you to send this money somewhere. We get somebody else or whatever. I'm like, hey, look this dude up. This the number. His name should be Kurt. She like, he got 12 counts of CSC, first degree, second degree, third degree, family, incest, indecent exposure. This guy just a deviant. God, you in there with guys like him? I'm like, oh. So I tell somebody, and they tell somebody, and they go back and tell him. So he come to me while I'm on the phone. He like, let me holler at you. I say, hold on. He's like, no, I need to talk to you now. I say, hold on, bro. He like, no, I need to talk to you now. I'm like, all right, bet. So he walk away. I tell girl, I'm about to whoop dog. Hang up the phone on him. He walking towards the room. He turned his back on me. I just go right upside his head. Bop, bop. I'm to my, and he was strong too. It took a lot for me to just wear him out. Pause. And I probably beat him up for like 2.5, 3 minutes straight. That's a long time to be fighting and just welling off on somebody. He's struggling, trying to grab me, talking about stop. No, I'm just elbowing him. I'm headbutting him, biting him. And then he finally just submitted. And I just beat on him for like another minute or so. I'm like, no wonder he was like just so weird. But I'm going to tell you something, right? This is how we used to spot sex offenders in the joint. They give us some telltale signs. First, not wanting you to know their name, they prison number, because they don't want you to know what they're in there for. Like on the doors or the wall of the cubicle, so the police can see, it'll have a picture of you, it'll have your last name, it'll have your prison numbers. Sex offenders usually cover up their prison number and their last name and just have a picture right there. Like they'll take and do it. Police might undo it a month later, 2 months later, or they might not ever touch it. So that's one sign. Another sign, when we was in the day rooms, like we're having on a certain channel, and it'd be something that none of the guys really interested in. Sex offenders in there reading their books, talking to each other. As soon as that baby commercial come on, they look up and they gone. Then you'll see something lead to their room. You know what they about to go do. They about to go relieve themselves, get that urge up off of them. You know what I'm saying? So we used to spot them like that. Another thing too, like typically you could tell the difference in black sex offenders and white sex offenders. White sex offenders are just very, very super socially awkward. Black sex offenders go out their way to try to fit in with you, like go super out their way, and they a lot more delusional, right? I'm not saying that this is like a difference in whatever, but they delusional. Like, for example, and I've seen this a couple times. This one guy, he was a sex offender, and I didn't know he was a sex offender until I started peeping his body language. I got nothing to do but analyze your body language, all the stuff that I learned in institutions. I ain't got nothing but time to look at you and see what type of person you are. A man gonna tell you who he is eventually, right? You can tell who a man is by the things he desires, by the things he looks at, by the things he always talk about. So that's why I tell people, always keep people talking more than you, because the more they talk, they're gonna unconsciously tell you something they wouldn't normally tell you. So this one guy, a nurse would walk past. He was like, hey, Miss Nurse such and such. She'll look at him and keep just a look of disgust, right? And he'd be like, oh yeah, she want me. Another guard would come in, walk right past him when he speak. Oh man, yeah, she want me, dog. Yeah, I used to pull out on her when I was in the hole. Man, she only wrote me a ticket one time. After that, she just loved it. You feel me? I'm talking about loved it. Like, what? What? So they real delusional. They think everybody want them, and I think in society they believe that too. So they make advances on people and touch people and things like that, and then end up getting caught for it. And then they don't have the ability to accept responsibility that that lady didn't want you, or they just can't see that this woman don't want. They think everybody want them, and that's a scary feeling to have. Excuse me, that's a scary thought to have, man. Like, thinking every woman wants you and having an urge and impulse to act out on it, even if it means you might get in trouble. You don't have the decency to just try to see if she likes you before you touch her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like the black sex offenders, they like try to fit in and get this delusional stories of why they in there. The white guys, they just lie. They socially, you could just see it on them. They got the big chomo glasses, just conversations awkward. Pedophiles seem to have like a very, very low IQ, very low social skills. You know what I'm saying? Most of them. Don't get it twisted. It's some you would never, ever know. You know, it was this one guy. The vice lords kicked him out, but we didn't know why. And he joined the Moorish Science Temple of America. And he was just the coolest dude. He was about that life. He was just, and then I looked him up. Like, bro got 3 counts of CSC. He lied and said he was getting out in 7-8 months. He had like 10 years left on the sentence. It's like, damn, you just a crazy liar for what though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you in the Moorish Science Temple of America, ain't nobody gonna bother you. Some people might shun you for it, but overall, everybody gonna be there for you and have your back. Like, he just coming up with these crazy lies. But I get it. When you're a sex offender, you on the bottom of the food chain. Like, I seen sex offenders get beat for 20, 30 minutes. Police do a round, see them bloody, everything, sitting on the bunk with dudes around the bunk like, you better not say nothing. And then look, and, hey, that's what you get. And do they round, weigh they little wine, and go back to where they at. You feel me? So I can see why people would lie about it or whatnot. But just a little telltale signs, man. You know, I had a bunky, Loveville. He used to always say, when I was out there, I used to make chicks pay me to have sex with me. Every chick, I don't be having sex for free. Cross his legs, and he just talked like all this pimping he was doing. And when he would talk about a woman, the way he would describe her, and I'm like, oh, you hear that? He like, yeah, well, I've been through it. And he'd go into details, and he'd stop making eye contact, and he'd just had these lucid thoughts, like going through his memory bank. And I'm like, damn, he probably ain't talking about nothing consensual if he just zoned out like that. Like, they just got this super extra thing about him, bro. And I don't know where it come from. I've been watching videos, crazy. I've been studying this stuff. Psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, they don't know where this comes from, because everybody who becomes a sex offender hasn't been sexually abused or been in an abusive household. So where it come from, who knows? But those are some stories I wanted to tell y'all, man. Peace and blessings be upon y'all. Big 5.